What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Masters of the Air, episode number 8. And we're coming off an episode where we got to see a lot of what Buck and Bucky were doing.
Yeah.
As prisoners of war.
Making radios.
I mean,
MacGyvering stuff.
That's so incredible that you could find things and scavenge things and be able to put them together and pull that off.
Also, side note, how fucking cool is it to still be using the word MacGyver years after that series has been long gone, just forever known as finding random things, putting them together, and making other things is a MacGyver.
Clearly has made a very large impact on society.
Or me.
But it feels like things are getting a lot more dangerous in the camp. There was a group that tunneled, they got caught, they all were killed. It feels like time's not the best friend of these soldiers right now, and specifically the airmen with Buck and Bucky and everybody that they're with. It just feels like things are gonna get bad. They're gonna bring in the SS after the escape attempt, and that can't be a good thing.
No.
I worry about them. I know that they're trying to figure out a way to get out of there. I just don't know how the hell you escape a place like that. Where are they gonna go? I couldn't imagine them being anywhere close to a spot where they could actually get home. So it's just, my brain just goes through these thought processes about like, how do they figure this out? Right. And my thought process always ends up at the place where they need to just survive long enough for the war to end. Because I just don't know how they get out of there otherwise. Yeah. I just don't know. But it's this really brutal situation, and just watching them survive. And I mean, they were fed, kinda, and they have places to sleep, kinda. I mean, they other airmen, I mean, their Air Force is taking care of them. So, I mean, doing a better job. I mean, it could be way worse.
Oh, my God.
It could be so much worse for them.
Oh, my God.
Just figuring out how they're going to get out of there. I'm just really curious to see how they survive it, if they survive it, and how all that plays out. Rosenthal, he survived his 25th mission.
Yeah.
They changed all the rules. They put it up to, 28 and then 30.
Yeah.
If you're like...
Depending on the cutoff.
Right, and if you're new or if you've been doing this for a minute. And I think it was very clear that he wasn't ever going to go home after finishing his 25. And he gets information that the strategy is now shifted. Their bombers are going to be bait, essentially. And that just, that just sounds so insane. And the fact that he made the decision to stay and then this shift happens, I just can't imagine just positive. I just can't imagine anything positive. And it is wild that these Mustang fighters were introduced and the bombing runs went way better. They had a lot of protection. Yeah. These fighters were definitely an uptick in class in terms of quality, and they were able to... it was amazing watching that play out, and they just had this protection. They were able to do their bombing runs. Everyone came back home. And it's just this new shift. It just feels like that they're going to lose even more airmen under these circumstances. And they've already lost so many. So many planes have gone down. So many lives have been lost. And that was with the strategy of dropping bombs and not necessarily being decoys. So, it feels like a pretty wild situation. It feels dangerous. I hope Rosie finds a way out of it and make it through this war, because he is incredible. His mindset, that mindset, is just an unbelievable level of respect for sticking around and going through that.
Re-enlisting.
And, hitting your target, you're surviving that many bombing runs, and then deciding to okay, I'm going to take that reward. I'm going to say thank you, but no thank you. And I'm going to stay and just keep working until this war is over.
He's got, speaking of skill, he's got such
he's incredible.
Skill that, honestly, thank you for staying. Yeah. I don't know, teach these new guys something different.
And I think that's part of his mentality. It's I'm going to leave, I'm going to go home, and then someone new is going to take my spot and end up dying flying, and the whole crew is going to die. He's no, I'm going to be there, I'm going to do it. That episode where we saw him maneuvering that bomber like a fighter, that was still one of the coolest things I've ever seen in any of these war shows or movies. The idea that he was able to maneuver that giant plane the way that he did and survive and get his crew home was incredible. So, he's probably going to need to be able to do a lot more of that under this new strategy and these circumstances. But, it was a brutal episode. Even when it feels like there's something slightly positive happening, you get information like they're changing the amount of successful runs for people to go home. Yeah. So it just brings everything down, and everyone already feels so down. But, this show's been incredible. We've only got 2 more left. You ready to check this one out?
Yes.
Let's go. Oh.
Different music.
Intense.
Outskirts of Rome, Italy, June 1st, 1944.
While the 8th Air Force was hitting the Germans from bases in England, the 15th Air Force was striking at them from bases in Italy. The 99th Pursuit Squadron was part of that effort. They were known as the Tuskegee Airmen.
On your word, sir. 1 minute, 6 seconds away from Quid Foxtrot. Prepare final approach.
Look at those.
They seem so tiny in comparison.
I mean, the bombers are huge.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you're just in there.
Single passenger fighter jets.
That's so scary.
Bombs away.
Oh, God. Oh, they also carry... Oh, God. They get way closer. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'd log that as a direct hit.
In
Wow.
and out like that.
I'm so
Holy
impressed.
shit. I could see why the shift in strategy. Having jets and airplanes, I don't know what they're officially called, fighters, the ability to drop bombs like that, to just get in and then out. And you don't have to worry about just... I mean, they're going fast because they're flying in the air, but the bombers look like they're just going in slow motion. They just look like they're not moving.
Right.
And they're just such sitting targets. Those, they can maneuver, they can fight. I would imagine that's more effective in terms of war and bombing.
500.
Holy cow.
500 Tuskegee missions under our belt. That's reason to celebrate, Lieutenant.
Captain, sir.
Relax, Alex. I was just coming to congratulate you. It's fine work out there, as usual.
Thank you, sir.
Am I gonna have to court-martial you into taking a sip of that beer?
No, sir.
You're a clever fella, Alex, but don't let smart be the enemy of happy.
No, sir.
Wow. 500 missions.
I'm extremely proud of what we've accomplished. When are we going to get into some heavier action?
Oh, my goodness.
There is some talk of us joining up with the 332nd Fighter Group and doing missions further into Europe. Truly, plans are underway. The 96th is doing a Fajr a few days from now. Gonna fly our first mission over Germany, an escort run.
P-40s can't handle that type of altitude.
New birds likely, P-51s. Just be patient. We'll see. In the meantime, relax. Enjoy.
It's just hard.
It's kind of like Rosie. Cannot relax.
Some of our guys are already out there.
You didn't wash out, Alex, so now don't burn yourself out. Everything in its own order.
That's tough, though. I mean, when you know that there's others out there fighting like that.
You okay, Major?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be okay?
Just asking.
You're just asking? I'm great. I've been here for 8 months now. And we keep waiting for something to happen, even though it doesn't.
Could be worse. We could be dead.
Oh, maybe for you. At least that I could stand. Can't stand this. What are we waiting for? We all think something's gonna happen. Maybe we need to make it happen.
Like those Brits did. Go and get executed. We have to be patient.
That's gotta be so tough.
June 3rd, 1944. 3 days to D-Day.
Wow.
The last minute of sleep I'll get for 72 hours.
Jeez.
Our job was to bomb the German defenses in Normandy only minutes before the landing craft hit the beaches, and then spend the day hitting German bridges, railroads, and communication lines further inland. About 200 missions in total, all needing flight plans and maps.
Oh, God.
24 hours. The first night lies to you, tells you it's easy. The second breakfast on the second day, that's when the fight starts. I tried contacting Sandra whenever I had a break, but I couldn't reach her. It was like she vanished.
Okay. Fucking asshole. What is she doing, though?
You need to sleep, Crosby.
Yeah, when the mission's over.
I'll take more pills.
Yeah, I will. After.
She's a spy, isn't she?
Dang.
60 hours. Your mind starts playing tricks on you.
You can hear that, right? What? What?
Well, this can't be good for you.
Being up for 3 days straight? No. That's awful.
Just as I'd finished mapping the route for one mission, operations handed down 5 more, all high-priority targets. The lack of sleep, the coffee, the uppers, the stress, the fear, the disconnect, that's a drug in itself.
Dang. I mean, the amount of, like, stress to, like, get it right with so many people that you're responsible for. I understand why Crosby couldn't sleep.
I covered the entire building.
Good job.
We received some news from a train station in Le Bec-et-Loin. Jean will brief you on your assignment. You leave tomorrow.
64 hours. You just try to survive, breath by breath, step by step.
Damn, dude.
Crosby! You have to go to sleep.
No, I'm fine. I just gotta brief.
Go to bed, Cross. That's an order. Now!
I can't do it, Jack. I'm fine. Truly. Just a couple more things. I gotta get going.
God damn. D-Day. Oh, God.
For those of you seeing this mug for the first time, I'm your new CO. Rosie.
Well, boys, if the station on full lockdown, sound of a couple thousand ships forming up weren't your first clues, we're a few hours away from the invasion of Europe.
Yay, but also...
Horrifying.
Any last words of wisdom, sir?
No, I don't have any last words because I'm gonna see you again. Just take off, do your job, you land, and then you're gonna be giving me some words of wisdom. Each flight is its own lesson.
What the hell?
There you go. This looks like a word camp the way you jackasses are grinding away. Now take a break. Come on, let's play some ball. Boys want to play some ball? Come on, skins versus bones. Skins can be the away team. Actually, no, we're all away. So bones can take first bat by mutual agreement.
Either pitch in or knock it off.
Shut the hell up.
Oh, God, here we go. We're losing it. If we haven't already lost it. God.
You're the new king of the camp, and I'm just in the way? Oh, King Clevin says no baseball. Just work, work, work. That's all he wants to do. All right. No, work, work. You got a stump to pull, King Stump. Stumpity stump.
Get up,
Get work.
Get up, Tony.
Get off me. How's that? How's that?
Leg locks.
What, you can't hit?
Oh, shit.
Achtung, Achtung, wichtige Befehle aus dem Hauptquartier.
Back in the barracks,
Looks like the crowd's got some bad news. They landed, didn't they?
We're in Western Europe. Finally happened.
Evening, Captain. Colonel Davis to Munich.
Now, you know I can't toast to any mission with the loss of even a few bombers.
We were 12 bombers for every fighter. Only losing a few bombers is a major victory. Brass is expecting much heavier casualties.
Brass doesn't know what they should expect. What's really possible? Take a look around this room, Lawrence. You see what I see?
I see a group of proud pilots who flew their first mission over Germany, who can't wait to suit up and do it again. A group of men thousands of miles away from home who finally feel like America.
And I see too many second lieutenants, first lieutenants. On mission counts alone, I see men who should already be captains, majors. And we both know why they're not, and we both know why they may never be.
You're getting better at charting new courses. It's the bluest skies.
Ceiling and vision, unlimited.
I was wondering if you'd ever wake up.
Shit.
He said shit also.
7:30.
Shit, there's still time.
There's still time!
God damn it, pants!
Come on, goddammit!
He's panicking.
7:30 Saturday morning. Huh? You've been out of it for 3 days.
Oh my God.
What I missed?
Cross, you missed so much. I did 3 sorties, but I couldn't see anything for the first 2. And then the clouds parted. You've never seen anything like it.
Crosby slept for 3 days.
Oh, he was awake for
the 3rd time that day. We hit
3.
bridges,
I was like, wait, 3? Yeah, 3.
communication centers. There wasn't a single Luftwaffe fighter in the air. The skies were ours. All from the routes you plotted. Are my daring tales of heroism not daring enough for you, Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
just can't believe I missed it.
2 months after D-Day.
Vista River. Vista River? It's here.
450 miles?
No, it's less.
Still seems pretty far away to me.
Yeah, but now our guys are here, almost to Paris. Hitler's worst nightmare, a two-front war.
Krauts will slaughter us before they let us go.
We need to make more weapons, whatever we can.
There's one other scenario. They force march us out of here before the Ruskies can set us free. Move us somewhere deeper in the Reich.
So how would they do that?
Like this.
We need to start preparing now. Everything we do from this point on needs to be to prepare for all 3 scenarios.
Wow.
If we could retake the coast.
Gentlemen, you're going to France.
Shit.
Operation Dragoon takes place in 3 days. Your mission is what makes it possible. Marseille, Saint-Tropez, Toulon, each critical landing points for our incoming forces. German radar detection systems are mounted all along here. We are going to take them all out in phased, aggressive strafing runs.
Toulon is 473.51 miles away, and that is 947.2 miles round trip. And the maximum fuel range of all P-51s is only 999.8 miles. Now, of course, it's before you take into account the drag coefficient plus the excess weight of the munitions, which are both variable and will obviously cause a faster fuel burn.
Wow.
And if we kick the tanks after the run, that'll drop us a couple thousand pounds. But we'll still fall hundreds of miles short, sir.
Is this a suicide mission?
You're right, Lieutenant Macon. This is going to be close, but it's not impossible. You use every drop of gas in your wing tanks. Try to make it back to friendly territory someplace.
Oh, shit.
We're going to give you IDs, so if the Germans don't get you as soon as you land, you can be somebody else. And you might be able to blend in with the population.
Good luck blending in.
Are we Tuskegee men or what?
Sir, yes, sir!
Will we get this job done?
Sir, yes, sir!
Then let's take care of it.
I am blown away that he was able to do all those calculations, I assume in his head, because those were a lot of numbers and a lot of holy shit. Math is hard.
The edge of the front's moving pretty fast across the mountain range.
Just time. We'll do it. It's all mathematics.
Yeah.
All right, man, kick your tanks, kick your tanks. Copy that, Lieutenant Macon.
Oh, his tanks aren't kicking. Oh my god.
What's going on with your tanks, Whisper? I said drop. Tanks won't drop. We're gonna work this out. We ain't gonna leave you, kid. I ain't punching hard enough, kid. Come on. I am punching it.
Oh, there you go.
That's it.
There you go. Holy shit.
Now let's get this thing done. All right, boys. Wall of fire. You know we're coming. It's never gonna be easy. I didn't come all this way now to take a shot, boys. Come on. I was hoping you'd say that. Get them on, boys.
Wow.
I love the look of these jets.
Honestly. No. Oh my god.
Hit! I'm hit! Westbrook, you gotta bail! Bail! Bail!
Oh, shit.
Is he dead? Oh shit. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Told you I saw another shoot.
Who's that?
Second Lieutenant Alexander Jefferson. Went down about 30 miles away.
Looks like you in bad shape.
No. Every time I move, I pass out.
You must have hurt your neck.
Let's see what we can do for you.
Oh my god.
We gotta get the men in shape. We gotta get these guys ready to fight. All of us training together. That's something they might notice. That stump remover, that's a solution. It's hard work. It'll build the strength we need to resist. If we're consistent for a couple of months, we'll all be ready to fight.
Have a seat, Lieutenant. Nice watch you have here. I have to thank you. These are my favorite. Ta-da!
It's gonna be one of those interrogations where he tries to like buddy up with you.
How are things in the States?
Alexander Jefferson, 2nd Lieutenant, 0819461.
Let's not be so formal, Jeff. I feel as if I already understand you.
Fuck off.
Your father worked over 10 years at the Alliance
How do
McCoy
they get this
Manufacturing Company.
information?
He earned $17 a month.
What?
No wonder you went into chemistry. We Germans value scientists greatly. Although I'm sure there must be many American laboratories who would hire you as a toilet cleaner. How did you hurt your neck? Do you have pain?
2nd Lieutenant 0821916.
Why do you fight for a country who treats you like that?
Oh my God.
Do you know any other country that's better? I know what my country's shortcomings are, and I know it's trying hard to become what it says it's supposed to be. And when I get back, I'm gonna help them do that a lot faster. You look like a goddamn cripple.
You look like a goddamn soldier. I saved our asses so many times, I tell you what.
What unit you guys with?
332nd.
Here, let me help you there. I'm over the north. Thank you. Yeah, come with us. We'll get you fixed up.
We get that dude into a bed so he could lay down and
Get some comfort of some kind.
2nd Lieutenant Alexander Jefferson, 332nd Fighter Group.
2nd Lieutenant Richard D. Macon, 332nd.
Gentlemen, welcome to paradise.
All right. Let's see how many more smokes I can get off you then, huh?
Ah, Christ.
Really? You're gonna treat them?
You went above and beyond, Cross.
I appreciate that, sir.
You're getting a month off, starting tomorrow. We need you functional. We need you to get a real vacation. You're too important to us.
I've been calling for a couple of days now. Simpleton Whiskey gave me this number to reach her.
Captain Whiskers is not available, sir.
Captain? Is she out for lunch? Will she be gone a long time?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, can you just tell her I'm going home on leave and this will be my last time in London for a while?
I'll put through the message, sir.
Thank you.
Guard tower every 50 meters and dogs everywhere. Running out of here is out the question for me anyway. Even if we get the truck, it took us 4 days to get here from Frankfurt.
Yeah, and half of that was by train.
Point is, where we gonna refuel? It ain't like we could just stop off at some POW camp and top off.
We ride until it's empty, then we hike from there. 3 days might get us to friendly territory.
Might be useful in talking strategy with that, Major. Fella didn't have 2 words for you coming here. Now you're his.
You know, I started out wanting to be a fighter pilot. I ended up falling in love with the big birds.
Been building model planes since I was a kid. Built every model imaginable. You know, my absolute masterpiece is a Supermarine Spitfire with twin 2-foot floats, 3-foot wingspan. Drew the plans myself from newspaper photos.
How about that? You draw this?
Yes, sir.
Is this the scale?
More or less.
That's incredible.
And we could use your help.
We?
There's a group of us figuring out next moves, running scenarios. We can't just stay sitting ducks.
Notice the new and improved super goons around.
I got a plan for that.
What would you need me to do?
This? We need help charting the area to get out of here.
Back on that first day, all the guys looked to you. You got the final say. Why didn't you gripe about us bunking an 8?
Well, let's just say I at least knew you weren't spies.
Ain't that a bitch?
Gail Clevin, Major, 100 Bomb Group. Everybody calls me Buck.
Second Lieutenant Alexander Jefferson, 332nd Fighter Group.
You hand over the papers, immediately grab the wrist, bring the ball straight across the temple.
Center yourself. See, that way, center your gravity got more leverage.
If in doubt, so splinters will take the whole thing up. Cutting edge can do no damage at all.
It's gonna go straight into the neck.
Holy shit.
God damn.
Push it forward and rip his throat out.
This is... I mean, somebody had to have gotten out if they're telling us this story now.
Sandra?
Oh my god. Is it the wrong person?
Sorry, Croz. I've been called away once again. Probably for the better. You belong with Jean, and we've still got a war to win. I'll always remember our time together fondly. Love, Sandra.
I thought it was going to be his wife or something, and he's going to be saying Sandra, and she's going to come out and be like, who?
4 weeks in New York City. God, how I envy you.
You know, I told Colonel Jeff I didn't want leave.
It'll be good for you.
Excited to see Jean?
And what if it's not the same?
Nothing's the same, Croz. Never will be.
I tell the truth.
Jesus Christ. The Russians crossed into Germany.
How close, Buck?
Oh my god.
Lights out.
Holy shit.
They're close. They're really close.
That's it?
Wow.
God damn.
That definitely felt like, in terms of the way they told the story of this episode, that it was a setup for the finale. Because a lot of stuff was kind of laid out going into this final episode.
Making the final plans. Yep.
I mean, that escape. I mean, these new men from that fighter group that arrived, I think they're going to be a massive benefit to them. The ability to draw out the maps, and I don't remember the one dude's name. He is so smart with distance and like the fuel stuff and the way he was able to calculate things.
Macon?
Incredible.
I think Macon.
Incredible. I feel like...
I need more episodes with him.
Yeah. I feel like their addition to the crew is going to be really good for them, just because I feel like none of the guys currently with Buck have the ability to like figure that kind of stuff out. And bringing in these dudes who are like super smart, I think is going to be really helpful for them. But just getting this small little bit with that crew was, I wanted more with them.
I do too.
Just the two different perspectives of celebrating 25 runs versus they were celebrating 500.
Yeah.
That's just so wild. I mean, it didn't sound like they were going to as dangerous locations because they were like,
but I think anytime you get in there is dangerous.
Of course.
But like the one captain was saying, like, we need more than just first lieutenants, second lieutenants. Like, they're not ranking up. They're not getting the same acknowledgments. That's
yeah, the black men were being held down and not getting the recognition and stuff that they deserve. So that aspect of it is really sad and heartbreaking. And obviously we're still dealing with stuff in this world today. But I mean, just the way they fly those planes and they're bombing, like we saw it at the very beginning, how they were just able to swoop in, drop bombs and get out. And I thought it was a really, really cool addition to what we are learning about this whole situation with the fighters, the airmen and the soldiers and all this stuff.
But terrifying though, the neck injury.
Yeah,
and he's like trying to heal right now.
I thought he was like paralyzed potentially.
I thought he was hurt here because the way he was holding on to that section.
But I mean, he was up walking around, so it looks like he's getting better.
I'm hoping that he's gonna make it through all this.
I mean, the amount of time that they're jumping, it's moving really fast. They're going months and months at a time.
8 months.
I mean, D-Day happened, and then we jumped like another couple months after that. So, I mean, the time is definitely flying. And again, I just don't know, especially now with the SS at the camp. Obviously, they're preparing and they're going to have a little bit of the surprise element if they attack and do what they have to do. I just don't know if they're going to be able to do enough with like wooden knives and little choke apparatuses. And they're going to have guns versus hand-to-hand wooden combat.
Guns and dogs.
Yeah, I just don't know. I said it before, and I feel like their best way of survival is the end of the war. But one thing I don't know about is once the war ends,
They just kill them all.
Do they, or because I
That's
know
the
there
way
was prisoner.
Buck made it sound.
Yeah, but there was also, we've also seen in other pieces of content where there's prisoners exchange once the war's over. I just don't know under these circumstances if the losing side of the war is going to keep any of these American men or anyone else that they have alive.
Right.
It feels like a very desperate time, a very desperate moment. And every time one of those officers walks in while they're working on stuff is just, it's
Pure panic.
Yeah. It's like, holy shit, you're hiding stuff in the floorboards. You're hiding things in certain other places. Are they going to notice something that's different? The fact that that Buck was able to get the radio working the way that, like, it almost sounds flawless at this point. Like, he's getting everything that he needs and getting a very clear signal, which is just so incredible. I don't know how they make it out of this.
I don't either.
Because, again, they're outnumbered. They're outweaponed. I mean, the one dude was talking about 3-day hike to get to friendly territory.
Yeah.
How do you go 3 days if they've got these guys looking for you?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Or as men are getting closer to them, they're talking about being moved deeper into the country. God.
It just sounds like a lose-lose situation for these men, obviously, because they're prisoners of war right now. And this side ends up losing the war. And it's one of those things that I don't have knowledge of. I'm not familiar. I might be, but I don't remember. Just what happens to these men at the end of the war. If I did learn it, I don't remember because, again, I don't really retain information well. But it's one of those things
been
that,
a long time.
Yeah, I'm going to not look it up. I want to learn about these guys so bad and what happened to them, but I'm going to just wait until we got one more episode. So it's just one of those things where, I mean, the addition of these new men to this crew, just seeing what they were doing with their fighter planes, incredible. And then them being able to join this group with Buck, I feel like they're going to be very helpful. I just, again, don't know what the realistic possibility is of them surviving.
Right.
Any of them.
Right.
Because, again, they're just outmanned, outgunned. Even if they get out 3 days hiking, trying to find some friendly territory, that just sounds impossible.
Yeah.
Sounds impossible. But, I mean, that episode definitely felt like we're setting up for the finale. Crosby gets to go to New York for some vacation because that was insane. Building up to D-Day and prepping for all that, it was successful according to the air missions, from what Rosendahl said, and gave Crosby huge props for what he was able to, like, plan and create. But dude slept for 3 days. He was putting himself through hell.
Yes.
That was just...
It's a lot of brain function that you need to be able to use for 3 days straight.
Sleep.
Yeah. Sleep is very important, y'all.
Especially when you're mapping out routes and, like, bombing runs and just... so insane. But, I mean, it sounded like he didn't mess anything up and it was all successful on their end.
But he wants to be with Sandra, but he needs to be with Jean.
Yeah. That's a difficult situation. I mean, he's been away for so long and he ended up having a bond and relationship with someone while being away from home. That's a brutal and very heartbreaking and sad story because, unfortunately, I would have to imagine it's not going to ever be the same. It's just...
I mean, are you always going to wonder what if with Sandra?
You gave your heart to someone else.
Yeah.
So, and some other things. But... I mean, this show, it's very well done. Again, it just builds the tension really well. The story, the writing, I feel like the performances from all these...
I feel the anxiety.
Yeah, it's really well done. So, one more to go.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it.
Yeah?
No.
That's it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. You guys share all your thoughts. Leave your comments down below. We'll see you later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.